Veen performance, but noted at the end, no big celebration. This is not the greatest win of his life. This is a step to where he wants to be on Sunday night.
Yeah, I think he would have just been pleased after being 2-0 down. He won 11 of the next 14 legs, and it was dominant in the end, and he effectively brushed Danny Noppert aside, whose level of play pretty much didn't change throughout that entire match. But the timing of the maxes, as you mentioned, 3 big finishes, 150, 120 and a ton, and yeah, Veen is everything that we hoped and expected him to be, and of course plays the winner of our next match.
Yeah,
could be another Dutchman.
It could be Wessel Nijman on his debut here at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, taking on James Wade, the veteran who produced a career best match play performance, beating Joe Cullen in round 1. Still to come as well, Stephen Bunting will take on Gary Anderson, and Jonny Clayton will take on Mike De Decker. It's the first 4 games of the last 16. We'll have 4 more tomorrow, including the likes of Luke Littler in action tomorrow night. Can't wait for that one. Nijman against Wade. I know we had our talkSPORT preview that was on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel that lots of you have watched and commented on. We thank you for that. We'll have another one tonight, by the way, looking back at tonight and looking ahead to tomorrow, so make sure you keep your eyes out for that one. You and Nico were very keen on Wade. What does Nijman have to do to get the better of James Wade?
Well, if you have a look at where Wade is from the year to date in terms of prize money, so matches won effectively and tournaments won, or a tournament won in James's case, he's number 4 in the rankings, as in the order of merit, provisional, from the 5th of January onwards. But in terms of his performance, his statistical performances across that same period, he's down at 23. Where if you have a look at Wessel Nijman, he's 16 in the money list year to date to now, but in terms of performance level, 5 places higher. So I think the bookies have got this pretty much spot on. They did go Wade evens yesterday, and then there must have been a little bit of money for Wade, because they both ended up 10 to 11 each of 2. But prior to the match, when we spoke to our sponsors, William Hill, Wade had just been pushed back to even money, which I find amazing for a guy with so much experience. But Wade has had a habit of doing this, putting in a great performance and then just sort of having an off game. And if you have an off game against Wessel Nijman, who was far from, you know, he was absolutely outstanding against Aspinall. He averaged under 1.72. And that's the type of player that have always been James Wade's Achilles heel. The reason I think he may get the better of him, experience. Literally experience. I think it's only 8 big TV matches that Wessel Nijman has been in outside of Euro tours and those kind of things. So, and Wade's very clever. He will already plant the seeds, and the tempo of play is not going to be like playing Aspinall. James far more deliberate, and he may sort of in boxing they call it old manning him, don't they? He might old man him.
No, he may well do that. 3 times they've met, 3 times Wade. He has got the better of Wessel Nijman. I think he's ready for it. Having spoken to him the other night, I think he knows what's coming. He's not a naive young man. He's learning his trade. He also made reference to Wessel Nijman, how much he enjoyed the crowd, even though it was against him.
Yeah.
He said he felt it was a great experience for him. It'd be interesting how the crowd go tonight.
Yeah. I've always liked Wessel Nijman, no matter what's happened, and what's impressed me more is he's paid his dues, and he's battled back, and now here he is at the match play, and he deserves every bit of success he gets. I think the fact that he's played James 3 times before, he'll have got used to James's mannerisms and just the way James goes about things, and I think that may hold him in good stead here. I'm going to put it out there. I'd be very surprised if James Wade averages more than Wessel Nijman. But in saying that, I wouldn't be surprised to see James Wade find a way to win, because that's what he does. He's a very reactive player, and he'll just sort of hang around for a while. He could go up and just, have a 90 average if that happens, and I think he gets blitzed.
Well, we will find out what the outcome is. Wessel Nijman against James Wade is up next. We're waiting the officials out into the arena here. It's another sold-out crowd at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Really looking forward to it. This one should be a cracker. Give us a score prediction, Chris.
I do think, I mean, last night when we did our predictions for tonight, I did say Wade would win, and that's purely on the basis of experience, but I would not be shocked if Wessel Nijman ran right tonight.
Well, we've just seen Wessel walk past us here. He's getting ready to make it onto the stage. John McDonald is getting ready to announce the players on. James Wade, nobody barring Phil Taylor has won more games on this stage than that man, the machine. 6 times he's been to the final.
Playing his 63rd match play match
in 20 years.
World Matchplay, coming to you from the iconic Winter Gardens, Blackpool. So brought to you by the PDC, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players from the Netherlands taking part in his World Matchplay debut. A PDC title winner, and ladies and gentlemen, a PDC Development Tour champion. It's time to meet Wessel Nijman!
Family and friends here with Wessel Nijman. We saw him after his win in round 1 over Nathan Aspinall. He was having a celebratory beverage with one of his good friends who's travelled here with him. He looks around and addresses all the various levels of the Winter Gardens, gives everybody a wave. Nice round of applause and a lovely reception for Wessel Nijman. You're going to be hearing a lot more about this young fella over the next few years.
Consecutive year, ladies and gentlemen, the former World Matchplay champion, who is simply known as the Machine, James
Wade. The most at walk-on in world darts, James Wade, the veteran. Last year looked like he was on a slide that was unstoppable. He managed to stop the rot and he came here and made it to the semi-finals. This is the happiest of hunting grounds for him. 6 finals he has been in. Okay, only won 1 of them, but you've got to remember he was going up against the great Phil Taylor at the time. Well, Wade looks as though he's going to sign an autograph for each and every one of the 2,500 in the Winter Guard. So I dare he might come in and bob us one down if we were asked. He's taking his time, isn't he?
Again, another little bit of mind games, gamesmanship. He's not going to rush. He's going to keep him up there, hanging and hanging and hanging. It's a great. You see it with boxers on ring walks, don't you? You know, or they just delay. They know that they've already made the ring walk, and you're waiting, and they're laughing their heads off backstage, going, "Yeah, you can wait a little bit longer." It just
privilege of going second.
Yeah, it just unsettles you a little bit. That's all.
Well, he's still not at the end of the walk on James Wade. I mean, this is Leonard Gates-esque, isn't it? When did we see Leonard? It took him an eternity to get on the stage.
The World Championship.
The World Series. The World Series in America.
Yeah.
Wow, he did take his time. But Wade is there now. And even the handshakes are slow. He's asking John McDonald if he fancies a little two-step as they make their way onto the stage.
Well,
and finally an embrace for Wessel Nijman.
Plenty of you finding your way to our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Welcome along. Please like and subscribe for us. We really do appreciate it. It only takes you a second. And if you do have any questions or comments for myself, Mark Wilson, Paul Nicholson, or Abigail Davies, who's whipped upstairs to do the commentary on this one for the broadcaster, of course, Sky Sports. But yeah, if you've got any questions or comments, keep them civil and sensible, and we will endeavour to engage with you.
Yeah,
a lot of people fancy Wade.
Yeah, well, get involved, have your say.
There is a poll. I don't know how much longer it's going to be on there, but it'll be interesting to to see what the fans on YouTube think to this one. It's a coin flip for me. I can make a genuine case for both.
Yeah, someone's put that on, exactly that on the comments. You are live on talkSPORT 2. Mark Wilson and Chris Mason with you for this one. James Wade against Wessel Nijman. Winner will play Gian van Veen in the next round. 25 years of age, Wessel Nijman. 42 in the world, but that number's going to shrink as he rises up the rankings, that is for sure. PDC ranked number 8, James Wade, but that could shrink as well, the way he's going.
Yeah, he could be in the Premier League next year, the way he's going. If this run of form and confidence continues, he'll be knocking on the door. I think he's provision around number 5. 52%, I think, James Wade. So not as convincing as we probably would. It's
probably
think.
Exactly like the odds, isn't it? Yeah. William Hill, to be fair.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely spot on. Yeah,
you've got it about right then. So James Wade out handshake with Wessel Nijman, who then walks to the hockey. Race to 11 unless we need a tiebreaker. 11 legs for a place in the quarterfinals, and Wessel Nijman, the tall, lean, blonde-haired Dutchman.
Well, a couple of points. He's won the ball, which again very important, even in this long course version of darts. But his first dart was plumb in the ton, in the treble 20 for a ton. Well, a ton from Wade, should I say.
Nijman hits a treble 20, then a bit of a loose dart, and he just re-gripped the third dart and slotted that in the treble 20 as well.
Someone in the comments saying Wade at number 5 is crazy. Well, it is, considering he qualified by the skin of his teeth for this 12 months ago.
He did. Wade with the first max of the night.
And that goes against the grain, because favourite to have the most 180s in this match, Wessel Nijman. I know it's only early, but the fact that James has already pitched in with one is an indication of how he's feeling.
You remember last year when Ross Smith was 1-33 to have the most 180s against James Wade, and he lost by about 10 in the end.
He did, yeah.
He got absolutely hammered. Nijman's on 220, Wade on 161, and it's been a little bit erratic, maybe a little bit of early nerves from Wessel.
Yeah, there will be.
161 for Wade, 2 visits at it as well. 80 scored. 84 scored now. So, not bad. He's a ton in front of Nijman, who's at the hockey now. 80 scored. Oh, nice last dart. 137 to leave tops. All of a sudden, pressure back on Wade.
Absolutely. Treble 19 for double 10. Single 19's found. 18 gets it. Tops. His favourite. Not this time. So that brilliant approach play from Wessel Nijman has given him 3 at tops.
It has. And he gets it with the first one. So James Wade, who barely missed double top against Joe Cullen, misses it with his opening effort. And it is a holder thrown. That 137 sets things up. But here goes Wadey, start of leg 2, maximum number 2.
And that's what I mean when I say he's a reactive player. He would have listened and probably sort of heard the rumblings about, oh, Wessel Nijman hits loads of 180s. Oh, right, does he? Okay, well, let's see if I can hit more than him, because that's exactly what he did to Ross Smith. He's hit shed loads of 9 darts, so he must hit a lot of 180s.
Yeah. He's been on the end of a lot of 9 darters as well, hasn't he?
Any player has been on the end of more as Wessel Nijman joins the maximum party.
That's 180-180s in the tournament so far. Boatload more to come as well. 100. Way down to 87 after 9. Nijman needs at least 140 here. Single 20, single 19. So Wade with time to level up the match at 1-1.
Double 18 after finding the treble 17, and that is typical of Wade. those 2 dart clutch finishes, there is not many better. That was 11 dart hold.
Yeah, scintillating stuff from Wade. Only 26 from Wessel, so Wade is averaging over 113. Granted, we're only 2 legs in.
Just a couple of quick questions at the early start of this one. Someone asked about what was my most agonising loss. Well, there was 2 really that come to mind. One here, 13-11 defeat to Ronnie Baxter in the semi-final. I would have played Harrington in the final and I would have beaten him. And then semi-final of the Worlds against Edward. Yeah, I don't know how I lost that one. 2-0 up, 4-2 up. Still couldn't get over the line. Can I remember anybody using the same design as Wade for so long? Yeah, there was a few. The modern era and the technology has moved on so much in the manufacturing that the players can now sort of literally have a bespoke dart rather than to get one off the shelf.
Well, it's 1-1 here, but Wadey is down to 1-6-1 on the Nijman throw. Nijman's on 3-3-4 here. So Wessel's scoring is not maybe being where we'd expect it to be at the moment. It is early stage. Look, Gian van Veen was 2-0 down at this stage. He went on to win 11-5. So
yeah, but it's a worrying number. Down in the mid-80s, and we're almost 3 legs deep. And Wadey is on 64 with Nijman back on 274. 12 darts thrown, not even halfway through the leg. And again, the darts are low. It's an indication of pressure. He's just engaging the tricep, holding the dart a little bit too hard. And everything is low. 16's hit, so single 8, which James gets, tops. Ooh, top wire is clipped.
He clipped the wire. He'll be back, and he'll be happy that he'll be back because Wessel Nijman's still on 217 here. This is not his finest hour. He hits 80 with the opening 2. He was going to go treble 19, but now he moves along the hockey and goes and it's a 140 instead. Tops away in a 2-1 lead. And this time he delivers the break and throw. It's the first of this match.
Yeah, steady leg, 18 darts in that for Wessel Nijman. Not one of them had a double. You cannot afford too many legs like that, especially against the James Wade, who is hit 3 180s and is averaging 110.
Yeah, you don't last as long as he does at the top without being able to turn on the style.
And how many times have we seen it over the years? I don't know why we're ever surprised. Well, we're not really, but I suppose the sort of casual dart fans will be thinking, well, hang on a minute, well, why 12 months ago was he looking likely to maybe even...
I think I miss it. Yeah, you're right. I think the greatest thing he said when we asked him about it last year, about him getting to here, and he's like, I feel embarrassed that there's been so much made about me qualifying. I should be qualifying through the top 16 anyway. I'm embarrassed about it and I'm going to put it right. And he has, basically for 12 months he's put it right, hasn't he?
And it's been down to hard work, real hard work. And I mean, a lot of this has all coincided as well. He's got new management who has been super supportive. And he doesn't need to go the 19 route because Nijman's on 207, so he's gone treble 20, 66 left. Went for treble 14 for double 12, single 12, leaves it top, so there's nothing Nijman can do about it. He's back on 207.
Yeah, Wessel's scoring is an issue at the moment. 207, he's in the treble 19. Well, 3 of them will leave him double 18.
What was that about his scoring?
There you go.
He must have heard you.
He must have done, but it might not get him a go. Double 10 for Wade. It doesn't get him a go. And that's the problem. He's had 1 dart double. He hit it in the opening leg.
Well, prior to that 171, which was a beauty, his average was 88. And you're right, it's effectively a scoring average, isn't it? Because he's only had 1 dart a double. But Wade, he's averaging 106, and he just seems to be sitting there quite comfortably. And for Nijman to win this match, he's either going to have to match it or hope Wade comes off the top.
Yeah, now look, Nijman will be disappointed he's not going to be in front at the first break, given the fact he had the darts in the opening leg. He should have been, had we stayed on throw, been 3-2 up. He might end up being 3-2 down. I think he goes in 3-2 down. He thinks, look, it could have been much worse, really.
Absolutely.
So I'll take that, because I know I am at some point going to play better than that.
You're spot on.
No, it's Wade who can't buy a treble. He's had 6 darts, they've all gone in single 20. It should please a bloke down the pub, but not necessarily one in the last 16 of the World Matchplay.
Right, we're 144 subscribers away from our next milestone of 15,000, and there's over 144 of you in the chat or watching that aren't subscribed. Please hit that button for us.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Nijman 1-2-7 to move within 1. Doesn't need to go the bull route. He's hit treble 20, hit single 17, and then single 18. Boring,
Sensible.
boring Nijman. That's why I'd be shouting if I was in the crowd, Chris. But
Brilliant. Another 180 from Wadey.
all of a sudden, that decision to lay looks pretty clever now, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. Spot on.
Wessel knew what he was doing, and he takes out double 16. Well, he's had 2 darts in that leg at a finish. In fact, he's had 2 darts he's hit out of 3 in the match. James Wade, 4-1-8, he's averaging 106.94, but he's only 1 leg in front. Race to 11 for a spot in the last 8. They'll take on Gian van Veen after the break. It'll continue. Nijman 2, Wade 3. Here at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, it's the start of the last 16 already through. Gian van Veen through to the quarterfinals after he beat Danny Noppert, his World Cup co-star, 11 legs to 5. He trailed 2-0 as well early on there, Van Veen. Then he went on a rampage. He is through, sends Noppert out. Wessel Nijman against James Wade will take on Gian van Veen, or one of them will. Wade leads 3-2 at the moment. Still to come. Can't wait for this one. Bunting against Anderson. Feels like we're rolling back the years. Both have won a Pro Tour event this year. Both have won on the European Tour. Chuck in a couple of World Series wins for Bunting as well. They're going pretty well. Be interesting how they get on tonight. And Clayton, who held off Martin Schindler. Schindler averaged nearly 104. He just had him at arm's length all the time. He's like one of them who just had his hand on his head and he couldn't reach it. Mike De Decker, who beat Dave Chisnell, he is the opponent waiting in the last 16. So all that to come. We're live on talkSPORT 2. Over on talkSPORT right now, the Lioness is 0-0. About half an hour gone, I think, in that one. They're taking on Italy. Semi-final of the Euros. Hoping they're going to make it through to the final on Sunday night. Which will be the perfect build-up for us. I think that kicks off at 5 and we're on air 8 o'clock for the final of the World Matchplay. So it could be a great night on Sunday night.
We also on Saturday have the Women's World Matchplay, don't we?
Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll be there for that one. Every dart from Blackpool, you see it or hear it on the talkSPORT network. 230 Wade leads 3-2. He's still averaging 109. Nyman's got his average up, but he needs to get his scoring boots on here.
Yeah, he just James Wade's just not really wavering. Obviously, the average will fluctuate drawing a leg depending on the pattern of scoring, but sort of holding the 105, 106 with relative ease. So if that continues, everything Wade's doing is in 15 darts and under. With Nijman averaging 96, 97, he's needing that sixth turn to go out in 16 or 17 darts.
Here he is. 185 Wade, shrinks by 80, shrinks by a ton, 85. Nijman 161 for a level game. Can't get the treble, but he could leave this. If he can leave his handy, he might get a go. He's hit 90 to leave 71.
Yeah, picked off the ball, so a little bit of pressure on this, but Wade, he's so good at this kind of thing. 70 left after a 15, double 5, treble 20 is plumb in the middle. Doesn't hit double 5. So treble 13, double 16 for Nijman.
Yeah, this for the break he needs to level things up. Single 13, so 18 will leave tops. 18 hits right in the middle. Tops for a level match. Wessel Nijman, give him a chance, he'll take it. That was right in the middle.
Very, very good indeed. Right, a couple of quick questions. We're at the start of this leg. Someone asking if we discussed the Martin Adams game. Yeah, it was one of those. 4-1 down to come back and win 5-4 against Martin was something else, but not my favourite game ever. One of those was against Andy Fordham, who someone mentioned. I beat Andy at the Embassy in one of probably the most underrated games because it wasn't particularly dramatic, and I won, well, not comfortably, but with a little bit in reserve. But it was a game of chess of darts. And they asked how would prime Andy Fordham get on today. He'd be a top tenner. He was incredible.
Yeah, the late great Andy Fordham. I think you're going to have to do a Q&A on the old talkSPORT Darts YouTube page at some point, because people asking you
we'll do a live one at some point. When we get a bit of time, maybe as a bit of a build-up to one of our shows, we can do we get us all in here. We've got enough mics, and we'll do a little half-an-hour build-up just on the YouTube channel and a bit of a Q&A for everybody. So I'm sure there's plenty of questions for both yourself, Dance, and Nico.
Right, Nijman 3-2-6, Wade 3-4-1. Wade at the hockey now 3-3. Wade's average has come down to 103. Nijman's at 93. And speaking of 93, that's just what Wadey's hit there.
He's looking good to hit straight back, unless Nijman can find a really big turn. Turns his nose up at that 20 because it was a long way off. Only 96, takes him down to 230. Wade now in front from 248 with a treble 20. Doesn't follow.
Well, that interesting. 140 to leave 108. Nijman 140, he's still in the leg. Even a ton, he's still in the leg. He's pulling some funny faces, isn't he, old Wessel? He doesn't like these darts.
No.
Left the big fish.
Yeah, they were nowhere near the treble 20. 88 left for Wade. He could go treble 20, double 14, which I think is the plan. Gets it, double 14. 4-3.
There's your break straight back.
Again, just totally reactive. The 108 was just taken with ease, and that's just Wadey. It's what he does. He's been doing it for 20 odd years.
Certainly has. Wessel Nijman not showing the form he showed in that 10-6 win over Nathan Aspinall on his match play debut.
No, he's about 8 or 9 points off that kind of level, and we're into leg 8 here, and James Wade still holding the 105.
Yeah, he is. Wade on throw. Steady ton gets him down to 301. Nijman 4-4-1. Wessel, who was behind at the first break, will love to go in level, and a darts like that will help him. He levels up the score in the leg.
Thought it was a max. I was about to write it down.
This might be a max. You can write that one down.
Wadey down to 121. Wessel Nijman from 301 finds 2 treble 20s. Needed to fill it to get level with Wade on 121. Oh, treble 20s found. Treble 11, double 14. Treble 11's found. Wow. Wow, 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 Wadey. How do you do it?
108 follows the 1-2-1.
Wessel would have needed a 9 to win that leg.
Well, it was on the Wade throw. I guess that's the best thing for Nijman, but he's in a bit of a wobbly patch here, isn't he? Because if he loses this leg, all of a sudden he could be 4 down at the next break.
Yes, and that's a long way back against anybody, never mind someone like Wade, who's such a good match player, and this version of Wade, who's looking likely. Well, he just broke his 62 match record with a 104.4. He might break it again.
He might do. But Nijman is a good dart in front here. 275 plays 342. Veen a goal.
Italy, yeah.
Italy have taken the lead against England. The Lionesses behind. That's not necessarily a surprise. They've been conceding goals throughout the tournament, so fingers crossed they can once again pull it back.
140.
Nijman then 217. Wade's right on his tail. He's on 202.
Yeah, he's just starting to suffocate Nijman.
96.
He's left the 1-2-1. Just seen Wade take it out in the last leg. Ooh, 45 for Wade. That was a poor visit. That just maybe lets the pressure off. 1-2-1 for Wessel then to get back within 1. He's in the red pit.
If he could somehow get out of this, once the ball.
Oh, this time he goes for it, and this time he hits it. That's the Wessel Nijman we want to see, Chris Mason. No laying up this time. Get at it and get in it.
Yeah, super aggressive. Was never going to give Wadey a chance at the 157 after seeing him just take out 2 ton plus finishes. Nails the bullseye. 5-4 Wade. I mean, if Nijman could get out of this at 5-5, that would be incredible.
That Wade facial expression was akin to a Mervyn King gif that you can see all over the internet.
Really?
Of him pulling funny faces. We've just had 108, 1-2-1, 1-2-1 in 3 legs.
Yes, we have.
Proper darts. Wade determined not to relinquish his throw ahead of the interval. He's down to 267, 420 Nijman.
He's just been a bit erratic and a little bit snatchy tonight, hasn't he, Nijman? The throw looking nowhere near as fluid as it did in his first round match.
I've noticed with Nijman, that snap of his wrist, it's normally on his last start more so than any of the others, but I'm with you, it's a little bit more in all three tonight.
He's obviously going to be nervous. This is a huge match for him. Wadey on 127, gone the treble 9 tops route.
Well, that would have been unbelievable. He will be back. He's missed tops over the tops, but that for a full successive ton out would have been staggering.
And the sequence of legs have been 15-20, 15-12, 15-12. But it could be 13.
James Wade re-establishes a 2-leg cushion here. It's a race to 11. Wade leads Wessel Nijman by 6 legs to 4. In Blackpool, the hottest ticket in town when it comes to the World Match Play. Already through tonight, Gian van Veen has beaten Danny Noppert 11-5. Still to come, Bunting against Anderson and Clayton against De Decker. That will see us through until tomorrow night. Wessel Nijman is in action against James Wade, and Wade, who, well, he picked up a career best average in his 62nd game at the World Match Play. Average 104. Well, he's averaging nearly 106, 10 legs in to his 63rd appearance.
Yeah, 2 World Match Play back-to-back PBs is on the cards for Wade, and well, we can't be surprised. We were mightily impressed with his win on the Pro Tour not too long ago, actually, and again, he's another player in the last 12 months has set personal best averages on the Pro Tour, very much like Gary Anderson. So when you're doing that at their age, it's an indication that they're, you know, where do you say their prime is? Someone like Peter Wright didn't win his first Worlds until 49 years of age, and look what he then went on to win after that. So who knows? Write these old boys off at your peril.
Yeah. I just wonder, you know, if he came that close to missing out on Blackpool, if it just made him realise, look, James, this is what you've got now. You're in danger. This could start slipping away.
Well, especially with the improvements made in 12 months, it is staggering, because his game was all over the shop.
Well, it's not anymore. It's all over the tops and tens. And today, double 14. Nijman 4, Wade 6. Race to 11. Got to win by 2 clear legs. Nijman with a throw in leg 11.
Someone here mentioning about how do you sync it. Well, if you just pause it on the telly, you can sync it. I know a lot of people listen or watch the images and listen to our commentary. It's quite commonplace. Yeah. I know loads of people that do it on the boxing as well.
Yeah.
Listen to the talkSPORT boxing team, who did a fabulous job Saturday night, as you said.
Yeah, they did. 106 plays 96 on the average count.
Plenty of games won here in round 1 with averages of, well, below 96 or in and around that kind of number. Well, apparently, listen, we don't just do sport here. We do polls on salads. Caesar salad voted the best salad.
Stop it!
Greek salad.
Stop it!
Disastrous.
6-4. Don't know what a salad is. 4 from 4. Wessel Nijman on his doubles.
We know about chicken tenders though, pal. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. 182 Wade. Nijman on 219. Nijman at the hockey now. He's got to be careful here. He's got to make sure he leaves a finish. Oh, he will now. Treble 20 hit. And again. Wade not on a finish. Nijman down to 79.
Well, at this stage, Mark, he just can't afford to not hold from here, Nijman. 100 from Wadey, down to 82. Now this is a tricky little finish. You almost don't want to hit the 57 because it leaves double 11, but the single leaves 60. Oh, now that is an absolute blocker. It's just below the wire and in the middle. Yeah, no surprise to see him overpitch that.
Well, that's his first miss, and it could be a costly one because Wade's on 82. Treble 14 wires it. So it's going to have to be 18 for the bullseye. And James Wade is right on the button.
And the first reaction from Wadey gave that one a big guan and a fist pump. I mean, there is a risk of going that way. A lot of the players will go bull double 16. So you've hit the 25, you've then got 17 for tops. But he's so confident, he's gone directly for treble 14, 42 points to leave 40, give him 2 darts at tops. He clipped the wire, big 18, middle of the ball, 15 dart breaker throw, kicks off leg 12 with a 140. This is just relentless from James. Nijman's just
he's missed 1 dart at a double.
Yeah. But he's only been given 5 darts at a double. That's it.
Wade is doing Wade-like things, but the new rebranded Wade. 106.22 the average as he collects his darts from the board. Both players have now had a bull finish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Willy-nil had that boosted today to 7-1 for both players to have a bull finish. Tipped up by our pal Wayne Mardle.
Yeah.
Well, it is sweet chili with the tenders. Good shout.
Right. Wade 204. Nijman on 281. He's 2 breaks down. Wessel Nijman doesn't like that first start. Again, I'll tell you what, he would be a good competitor tonight in the World Gurning Championships. Would our man Wessel Nijman. He's pulling some right old faces at the minute.
Yeah, he's finding this tough going. He's just not been able to settle at all in the match. Wadey with a single 1 and a 20 picks off the treble 19 to take him down to a very doable 126. He's already had 121 and 108.
Well, Ton leaves 85, so Nijman is there or thereabouts, but these are the types of finish that Wade makes a habit of taking out. Got to get a treble 19 to leave the bull again. He just moves along the hockey. Oh, of course he gets it. He needs the bull again. This for 8-4. Closing in, James Wade. Another magical finish on the bullseye. Wade can't miss at the minute. 8 of 13, 62%, and he enjoyed that one.
Yeah, and he's had a tricky 87 finish. You know, all of these finishes are, you know, they're not like sort of simple tons or 101s. But he's 8-4 up, 3 away. Still averaging 105. Wessel Nijman's once he's reached 96, Mark, he's just stayed there, hasn't he? There's been no improvement.
Well, that dart to get at 5-6 tops. It's his first dart he's missed at a double, and it could be the biggest dart of the match because Wade steps in 82 on the bull, then 126 on the bull. That's his third tumpless out of the match, James Wade. And I said it even before he even threw a dart. Those are the finishes. Why he is so good at darts, because when it's under pressure, he more often than not finds a way to get the win.
Yeah, and he's had a host of those sort of two darts clinch type finishes as well. This is wonderful to watch.
It's not happening. Nijman shaking his head here. This is one of those horrible nights for him where he won't, probably not done anything different. It's just not there. He's not finding that burst of scoring that we know he's got in his fingertips.
Someone asking about players wearing trainers. Yeah, they're allowed to wear white trainers, and a lot of them do wear what appears to be like a trainer type shoe, mainly because comfort is one thing, and the stability, because all your weight is on your front leading leg, and if you had something that didn't really have a nice flat sole with a raised heel on it.
Did you see Chizzy's shoes the other day?
Yeah,
they were bad boys.
They were Bobby Dazzlers.
They were. Wade is down to a finish again, 76, and Nijman here is starting to sink. 188 into the big five. He's getting agitated now, isn't he? He's thinking about it too much now.
Yeah, because it's not that it's not happened for him. He's just been outplayed in every department. 76 is on, double 8, scores 2 dart kill. This is superb from James Wade. Just when we felt like Wessel Nijman was getting back into the match, it's a 13 darter going into the second and final break, then a 15 dart breaker throws followed by a 15 dart hole with a 126 finish, and then he's just done 14 dart for a break with a 2 dart 76 kill.
Yeah. He's won the last 4. He's won 6 of the last 7 legs. I think James Wade is doing to Wessel Nijman what Wessel Nijman did to Nathan Aspinall the other night. Every time he had a chance, he took it.
Well, that and some.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wade is finishing in this. It's been outrageous.
9-4. 2 more needed for a place in the quarterfinals against Gian van Veen.
Wade will be the first player if he gets the job done from here. It's just the focus as well from James. He is literally on it. Just threw a dart which is probably a mil away from the treble 20 and just sort of shouted to himself, come on.
281 Wade, Nijman 256. Nijman has got to go pretty much perfect from here on in. It's a tough school, the World Matchplay. You need to bring your A game more often than not. Nijman hasn't had his yet. It's quite sad to see that you can sense his frustration here.
Yeah, this game does it to you, and more often than not you have one of these kind of games and it's against someone that's playing out of their boots and you're like, why now? You know, how many times would you have watched Wade at an 88, 89 average and thought, oh, tell you what, I'd love it if he played like that against me. Well, unlucky, pal. Don't work out that way.
Well, there's a max from Nijman, but it's going to be in vain. It's just his second of the match. 20 for tops for 10-4. Double 10, not been down here too many times today.
Not needed to.
5 legs on the spin. James Wade is 1 away from yet another match play quarter-final. As Nijman now, all of a sudden, he's found his scoring boots.
It's back-to-back maxes. One at the end of the last leg. Kicks off leg 15 with 1. Can we have 3 on the spin?
Well, it would be nice. He's still only missed 1 dart a double. He's had 5 darts in 14 legs at a double.
Well, just been totally outscored.
Well, Wade's had 9 more scores of 100 plus. Wade's average now is actually as low as it's been all night, 102.64.
Yeah, well, in the last leg he won it, but it was in 18 darts, so that would have significantly brought the average down. And then he's had a troublous visit here. He's only had 12 troublous visits in this contest. Wessel Nijman has had 22.
Yeah, that's a big old difference, isn't it? Right, 170, the big fish for Wessel. He's got one in. Ooh, the second one just deflected over. Oh, and he hit the bull as well.
Always the way.
Yeah, well, at least tops, and he'll be back for tops. Look, every great comeback starts somewhere. Wade is just taking his time here, even though he knows exactly what score he's on, knows exactly what he needs, exactly what he should hit, but he's going to make Wessel wait an extra 10 seconds regardless.
Exactly, you will do it at my pace, young man.
And he does do it, double 10 hit after he missed tops on the inside. 10-5 then, well it was 11-5 in the opener. Van Veen beat Noppert. We're going the same way it looks like if Wade can hold his throat. On 40 to start a leg, that if he wins the match.
Yeah, Gian went a couple down. James went 1-0 down before, well, just playing in some incredible spells, and legs 10 through to 15. Well, the 15th leg was the one, of course, that Wessel Nijman won. But he's 140 behind in a leg. Well, he has to win the next 5.
He does. He's 140 behind, less 40 he's scored. Oh, less 4, that is not enough. And Wade now is closing in on victory. Treble 18 hit, another one of those would be good. Well, he's left himself another 3-figure out, would be his 4th of the match.
Well, they say victory shouldn't go to your head and defeat shouldn't go to your heart, and you can tell Wade, he didn't get carried away with that win, and sort of there'll be no celebrating because he come back tonight and very nearly replicated that performance. This has been brilliant from Wade, and he's left tops after 12 to get it done. Nijman way back on 275. It looks like we're going to get in the quarterfinals, our first quarterfinal, Van Veen versus Wade.
We are going to get Van Veen against Wade, because Wade at the first possible opportunity takes out tops. It's another majestic James Wade performance. 102.53, could have been a lot more. His tournament average is 103.38. He lets out a big roar, 65% on his doubles. He's hit 5 180s, and in every aspect of that game, Chris Mason, he was simply better than Wessel Nijman.
That was class, that was disciplined, controlled. It was just everything that James Wade at his absolute pomp was and is again. 5 180s, 10 140s, 26 scores of a ton or more, 10 more than his opponent Wessel Nijman. And in terms of troublous visits, only 13 for Wade, 11 more, 24 for Wessel Nijman. 3 ton plus outs, 126, 121, 108, but there was a host of 87, 76, 68. Wadey there was absolutely world class.
He was indeed. Right, still to come. Jonny Clayton takes on Mike DeDecker. Up next, Stephen Bunting against Gary Anderson. But we now know our first Blackpool quarter-final in 2025 will see Jan van Veen take on James Wade, and that's because James Wade has beaten Wessel Nijman by 11 legs to 5.
Ultimate Sports Radio.
Thanks, mate. See you in a bit.
It's talkSPORT 2.